Hello everyone and welcome to Tween Legos. My name is Miss Liz and today I will be showing you all how to create your own workable Lego catapult. So to get started, I will quickly go over the materials we'll be using today. Obviously, we will be needing Legos. As you can see here, I have several different sizes and types of Legos. I won't go over the types and sizes of Legos we will need right now. Instead, I will go over the types of Legos we will be using as we build. You also will be needing a rubber band and something small and light in weight you can use to throw off your catapult. As you can see here, I'm using a pom-pom. You can use these, you can use cotton balls. I've also seen videos of people using Cheerios or M&Ms, so you can really use anything that you might have at home that is small and lightweight. So to get started, the first Lego piece you will be using is a base plate. As you can see, the green base plate I have here is just the standard size base plate. You can really use any size base plate you might have at home. You'll just have to make sure that it's obviously large enough to home your catapult. The second piece you will be using is a rectangular piece. This is the piece you will be using for the base of the actual catapult. So as you can see here, the gray piece I have right here is a 6x24 piece. You don't have to specifically use a 6x24 piece. You can use any piece you might have at home that would work well enough as the base of your catapult. And just kind of a quick tip, if you're not familiar with how to categorize Lego pieces, you simply just have to count the notches here on the side, which are 6, and then you also count the notches along the top or the bottom, which is 24, and that's how you know that it is a 6x24 piece, or any other size for that matter. So once you have that rectangular piece connected to your larger base plate, go ahead, set that down, and we can get started building our actual catapult. So the next piece you'll be using is another smaller rectangular piece that you will be using to just build off of the foundation of the catapult to kind of make it larger. So go ahead, find a piece similar to this. Like I mentioned before, all of the pieces that we will be using in our video obviously might differ from the pieces you have at home, so don't worry about finding pieces that are exactly the same as the ones I'm using. You can obviously just use whatever you have at home that will work to a similar effect. So go ahead, take a piece similar to this one, and you want to stick it towards the top of that base piece for your catapult. Snap it together, and you'll want to make sure that it's somewhat center. And then the next step, we want to use other pieces along the back of this gray piece here and build it up. That way we can have the back of the base of our catapult will be elevated. That way we will have something to kind of use as a ledge to shoot our catapult off of. So the pieces I will be using, I'm first going to take 4 of these 2x6 pieces. I have 2 of them snapped together here, so I'm just going to use 2 sets of those. So as you can see, I have 2 pieces. They are both 2x6, just snapped together, and then you're going to put those along the top there, just like so, and they should hopefully fit in just right there if you're using pieces that work in similar size. Next, you'll be using another taller piece, so something similar to this one. It is a little bit taller and a little thicker, so go ahead, stick that on. As you can see here, mine is centered, so there is a little bit of a space here that isn't filled. If you have a longer piece than this one and you wanted to make it like the same width as this space right here, that's totally fine. Again, just kind of use whatever you have at home to make something similar. Then next, I'm going to take some more rectangular pieces. These are 2 pieces snapped together. They're also rectangular, but obviously they're much flatter, and I'm going to stick those on top here. And then you will have the back of the base of your catapult. Next, we're going to use a few bricks and put them on the sides here, kind of to act as ledges. So as you can see here, I have 3 2x4 pieces, and they are snapped together. I'm going to take that stack of 3 and snap them right here. And I have another set. Again, I have 3 Legos that are all 2x4. They're stacked together, and I'm going to connect them here. And then, as you can see, you have the base, the back of the base here, and then those 2 ledge pieces. All right, so next we're going to create 2 more kind of edge pieces that will go along the outside of the catapult base here. So I have a kind of a set here that's already created. I thought it might be best to show you what it will look like. So as you can see, I have 2 pieces, rectangular flat pieces that are snapped together, and then a few other pieces stacked on top. So I'm going to go ahead and connect that to the end here, and then I can kind of show you how to create that. So as I mentioned, I have 2 flatter pieces here that are snapped together. You can use that as the base of the ledge. So once you have those connected together, go ahead and snap that on. Then I also have another rectangular piece that is a little taller and thicker, and I'm going to snap that on to the center. And just like I said before, if you have a piece at home that is just as long as the base of the ledge here, that's totally fine. It just so worked out that the pieces I had, I could center them, but again, you can use something that is longer or really shorter, as long as you're able to build it up to work as a ledge. And then I have 4 rectangular pieces. It's kind of hard to see because the top 2 are both gray, but there are 4 rectangular pieces that are a bit slimmer, and they're all connected together. So once you have those connected, just go ahead and snap that on the ledge. And then as you can see, you have your 2 ledges here, right on the sides of that base. All right, so this is about it for the actual foundation of the catapult. The next step is to build the lever, which we will be using to shoot pom-poms off of.
Here are some fun facts about Lego. 6 2x4 Lego bricks can be used to build 915 million different creatures. Did you know there are over 3,700 different Lego pieces? The world's tallest Lego tower contains 550,000 pieces and stands 114 feet tall. Lego is the world's largest manufacturer of rubber wheels. They even outrank actual tire companies like Goodyear and Bridgestone. Okay, now back to our video. Let's finish building our catapult.
So as you can see, I have the lever for my catapult already built. What I did is I took 2 rectangular long pieces and snapped them together, as you can see here, to make 1 longer piece. If you have a longer piece at home, you can obviously just use that instead of snapping 2 together. Just keep in mind that the longer your lever is, the more motion your catapult will have. So just a reminder to kind of be mindful of that, depending on how you want to use your catapult. Once you have the base created, you'll want to stack some Legos on just one end of your lever to add some weight to it. So as you can see, I have this black piece here is a little bit longer, and then I have a gray piece here, and then I have 2 pieces here that are stacked together, so they kind of go, gradually larger here. You won't want to make both sides of the lever heavy, because if you have weight on both ends, then it'll be much harder to launch an object off of the lever. So just make sure you have weight on one end there. So take a moment to get your lever created. Once you're done with that, you will want to create kind of a holder to use to hold the objects you will be launching, and you are going to place that holder on the heavier end of your lever. So what I did for that is I took 4 1x8 pieces. As you can see, I have 2 sets that are that both contain two pieces stacked together, and I put one piece kind of in the middle of the heavier end of our lever here, and I took my second piece, snapped it towards the top. So as you can see, they are both parallel here. Then I have two 1x6 pieces, and I snapped them on the ends here. And as you can probably guess, we are basically making a rectangle. Oops, but make sure it is secure. Okay, there we go. All right. Oops, mine's a little crooked. We don't want a crooked rectangle. Okay, so as you can see, you'll have your two pieces here parallel and then two on the side here to create a rectangle. And as you can see, we have this little bit of open space here. That's what we will be using to hold our object. Once you have that created, you'll want to place the heavier end, the end with your holder, through the rubber band here. You might have to play around with the placement a little bit. I know that when I first created my catapult and I pushed it down, I didn't really have a lot of movement. So you might just have to test it a few times to see kind of what angle works best for you and which placement works best for you. All right, so now we're going to take our object, and I can kind of quickly show you how our catapult works. So place your object in a little holder there, press it down, and as you can see, we were able to easily launch our pom-pom. I hope you had really fun creating your Lego catapults today. Please feel free to post pictures of the catapults you created at home on our Facebook posts below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Here are some Lego brick tips that might help you in your building. When you're organizing and storing your Legos, it's recommended that pieces that are used for the outside are sorted by color, and the pieces that are used for the inside of the builds are sorted by brick type. Tip 2, making curved shapes can be tricky because obviously most Lego pieces have hard edges. If you're trying to create a round or spherical object, use something round, like a bowl or a cup. Trace it out onto paper and use that model on where to place your pieces. Tip 3. To test the durability of your structure, try the flick test. Simply flick the side of your structure and see if it can withstand the push. Tip 4. While following instructions can be useful, sometimes disregarding the instruction and using your own creativity can be much more fun. Have you joined up for the Summer Learning Challenge? Sign up today for Dig Deeper, Read, Investigate, and Discover. The challenge is going on now through July 25th. You can sign up online at www.newlennoxlibrary.org/summer.